Hey guys, it's Bex. Welcome to another video. We're going to be doing one of my favorite videos, and that is TBR Jar picks my reads for the month. So this is going to be for May. I honestly feel like I've done pretty good on my April TBR. I think out of the ones that I picked, like from my last month's TBR Jar video, I read 3 out of 6. But I had a couple other books on my TBR that were just for myself that I wanted to read, and I read most of those. So yeah, pretty good. I hope that May will be just as good, if not better. Without further ado, I think we will just start with our first prompt. So like usual, I've been taking the ones out that we've been getting in past videos just to try and get new ones. So first prompt. Free pick. That is awesome. Okay, great way to start. Let's see what we have. I could go with one that I am like 99.9% sure I will be reading, and that is the next book in the Shadow Me series, which I believe is Unravel Me. Or I could go with one that I almost read in April, The Wishing Game. That was also on my April TBR, so that would be a good one. I think just to make sure that I pick it, because even if I didn't pick it, I'm pretty sure I would still read it. I think I'll just go with the next book in the Shadow Me series, Unravel Me by Tahira Mafi. I enjoyed the first book. I actually have a video coming out probably before this one of me reading that book, so you guys will see my thoughts, so I won't talk about it, but I obviously enjoyed it enough to want to continue, so there's that. And I've also explained what this book is about so many times, I feel like, so I won't. But Shadow Me, young adult, fantasy romance, dystopian, and I'm super excited. We'll put that up here for our first book on the May TBR. All right. A KU book. Sweet. Kindle Unlimited book. Okay. Shoot, I might have to go grab my Kindle really quick, but let me think. I feel like I can think of maybe a couple books that I have currently downloaded on my Kindle that are on Kindle Unlimited. I know that there's a book on there that I've been wanting to read called, I think it's called An Echo of Old Books. I could be wrong. A bunch of Frida McFadden books are on there. Let me go grab it. I just don't want to forget any. Okay, we're back. Let's see what we have in my library. So yes, The Echo of Old Books. Some other ones I have downloaded are Rock, Paper, Scissors, Summer of Broken Rules, The Naturals, this book called The Book of Azrael, and then this thriller, I think it's a thriller, called What Lies in the Woods. Obviously, I could also choose... Wait, let me see here. Let me search something, because I just thought of something that would be perfect if it's on Kindle Unlimited, and I have a feeling it is because I think the whole series is. Okay, yeah, it's this one. So currently I am pretty much done with reading another book on my Kindle, The Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent, and I'm really liking it. So I know I want to continue, and the next book, well, there's a novella, and then there's like the second book in the duology series, and the novella is called 6 Scorched Roses. It's only 200 pages, and it's on Kindle Unlimited, so download. We are going to add that one to the TBR, so hopefully Ruthless Vows is on Kindle Unlimited now. When did that happen? I'm downloading that one too. Anyway, that is what we are going to do for our second book, 6 Scorched Roses. I'll try to remember it. I'll just keep my Kindle right here, so for the end, for going through all the books we picked. And by the way, I think I'll choose 6 books again. I just think that's a perfect number for me. So third prompt, a book published in 2023. Okay, let's see. Probably I have one that I think might be off the top of my head. The Wishing Game. I know it's new because this is the new paperback that they just came out with for it. Yep. I think without looking any further, and I also am not very confident that I have any others that are published in 2023. So let's just make it easy and go with The Wishing Game by Meg Schaffer. This I obviously already talked about, was on my April TBR, and I almost read it. It was between reading that and Shatter Me, and I chose Shatter Me. But this is like a magical realism little fantasy book about this girl Lucy, and she I think is like a teacher's aide, and she has this one student, 7-year-old orphan Christopher Lamb. She really wants to adopt him, but I guess that just seems very hard, money, she doesn't have the money for it. And there's this author, the mega best-selling author Jack Masterson, and he randomly resurfaces announcing that he's finally written a new book. Even better, he's holding a contest at his home on the real Clock Island, and Lucy is one of the 4 lucky contestants chosen to compete to win the one and only copy. So she and Christopher go to kind of compete in the contest, and the other people that are there that also got chosen are just rude, grumpy, kind of reminds me, and I think this book has also been compared to like a Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory type book. And if you guys have seen that movie, all the other kids and their parents that get chosen are just awful except for the main boy. So it's very similar, I think, in that sense, and I'm really excited to read it. It's shorter, it's like 300 pages, and I think it'll just be so cute and heartwarming. That is our 3rd book. I feel like I'm picking really fast. I feel like sometimes I either have to do a lot of research or I can't decide. Alright, okay, I got this one last time and I couldn't do it. Also, I just kind of chose not to, but it would have been hard. But anyway, boyfriend picks a book. So I said this before, but he's now my fiance and he is home right now. So I'm going to ask him after I do the rest of these, and we'll see what he chooses. We'll see if I make him stick to my actual TBR card, because if not, I already know what he's gonna pick. We'll see what I decide to make him do. But all right, that would have been the 4th book. So this is the 5th. Ends in an odd number of pages. Okay, so first let's pick some books that I am excited to read. I'm really in a romantic-y mood, but I also think that I do kind of need to switch it up a little just because I don't want to get burnt out on those. I also don't really want to start a new series right now just because I am in the very early stages of Shatter Me. So that kind of takes 2 off the shelf, ACOTAR and The Cruel Prince, which are, right here. The first book's right here. The Gracier's kind of like a thriller, dystopian type of book, which is different. We also have a couple mystery thrillers down here. Let me look at the Gracier. I'm kind of leaning towards that. 404. No. Okay. Dang it. Alright, let's see about, I'm just gonna look at both of these. Then She Was Gone and The Housemaid. Well, the pages are very, I don't know if you can tell on camera, they're very like textured, which I kind of like. I can't really decide. 356. Hopefully The Housemaid ends in an odd number of pages, because I think these are the 3 books that I would like to read the most. The letter, is this the last page? 325. Okay, it's decided. We're going to be adding The Housemaid by Frida McFadden on to our May TBR. This book has been obviously very popular, and I've just heard that it's so twisty, and the plot twists are crazy, and it's very psychological, I think. And it's about this housemaid who gets a job cleaning this beautiful house, and she like picks up their daughter from school, cooks their family dinner. She lives in just this tiny little room on the top floor, and the mom, the wife of the family, I guess, is just like, she tells lies all the time, so she's kind of the sketchy one in the story. And then at the bottom here it says, she tries on one of Nina's pristine white dresses once just to see what it's like, but she soon finds out, and by the time I realize my attic bedroom door only locks from the outside, it's far too late. That's what we're working with this book. Okay, so last one here. I don't want to look because I can kind of see like if some have like a lot of words on them or not very many. Last one, newest released book. Okay, so it kind of goes along. Shoot. The Wishing Game is definitely the most released, or the newest released out of all of these, I think. I'm going to cheat. No, it's not cheating, but I don't have it physically. However, I have bought it on my Kindle. So I think we're gonna go with a Kindle book, and it just came out literally like a week ago, and that is Funny Story by Emily Henry. I pre-ordered it like barely like a week ago, and it's now on my Kindle, so that is definitely the newest released book, even more so than The Wishing Game, so I guess this works out, and I'm really excited. I've never read an Emily Henry book, and I was kind of wanting to start with Beach Read just because I feel like I've heard the best things about that book and it sounds interesting to me. However, Funny Story is our book pick for the month of May in the book club I'm a part of. So we are reading that in May anyway. And I also might have a video coming out in May that would be featuring this book. So that is our 6th book. So I have 2 on my Kindle, so not very many to show you guys physically. But before we stop and go over all the books, let me go see what my fiance wants to pick for me. Okay, he doesn't want to be on camera, so I didn't film it, so I'm sorry. But I promise you that this was his choice because it wasn't mine. I decided to let him have free reign. He chose The Fellowship of the Ring by J.R.R. Tolkien. The main reason that I don't really want to read this yet is because we're reading The Hobbit right now. We're like halfway through. To be honest, it's probably going to take us another 6 months to finish it, but that's beside the point. We're reading it very slowly. But this book isn't very long, so I guess that's the plus side. Or is it? It is kind of long. I mean, it's like 400 pages. There's also a lot of words on each page, and they're pretty small. So we'll see. I told him it's not 100% that I'm going to even read whatever he chooses, but he still wanted to pick this. He did make a good point that if you guys know the story of The Lord of the Rings, this one is more so when, you know, Frodo is still in the Shire, and I feel like the Shire gives off a very springtime vibes. He said this too, which I didn't even think about. So this book kind of gives off that vibe, and it is springtime right now, so we'll see. But I mean, it doesn't really matter if I finish The Hobbit first because I know the story of it. I've seen the movies 100 times. So this is going on our TBR. He's gonna be very happy if I read it. Maybe I'll try and incorporate it into a video or something, because otherwise, I don't know. Like, I think I'm gonna really like it. I'm really enjoying The Hobbit. So anyway, okay, so our final TBR, like I said, again, this one didn't take me very long to choose. So our final 6 books for our May TBR are Unravel Me by Tahira Mafi, The Wishing Game by Meg Schaffer, The Housemaid by Frida McFadden, The Fellowship of the Ring by J.R.R. Tolkien, and then the 2 books on my Kindle are Funny Story by Emily Henry and 6 Scorched Roses by Carissa Broadbent. Alright, well that was so much fun as usual. I'm really excited about most of these books. Definitely got some good prompts. Let me know if you guys have read any of these books. Get me hyped up for The Fellowship of the Ring if you've read it, please. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!